So today Atlas goes into the jar. I'm doing my very first Q&A on the channel. I'm very excited to answer all of these questions I asked maybe over the span of like 8 months or so. I don't know, but it's been a long time coming, and I asked for different questions, whatever kind of questions you could throw at me on Instagram and here on the YouTube community page, and I got a few questions. I'm excited to share that with you guys today as far as the Q&A. I wanted to do a simple, what I think might be simple, DIY with you guys today, where I have this gorgeous brassy metal Atlas, the Greek god, and place him in a huge glass jar because that's the name of the channel. Yeah. And finally, I can say what the heck it means. Before I even divulge what, it means to me, the name of the channel, which could change in the future. Could just be Tanya, like I'm a superstar, one name kind of thing. But yeah, I would like for you guys to tell me what you think it means to you. Atlas in a jar. Like, a lot of people have been like, oh, that's a funky name. I was like, oh, that's such a weird name. It's like, yeah, I don't know. It just came kind of like pennies in a jar. It kind of came to me randomly. Hope you guys are enjoying this Riverdale shirt. I didn't even know what that Riverdale was as far as, like the new TV show. I just knew it from the Archie comics. That's why I got this. I was like, oh yeah, that's Archie, right? And then come to find out there's a whole show called Riverdale later on. I was like, years ago. I don't know how old this shirt is, but yeah, guys, I'm in my coastal blue era. I've changed a little bit of the fits to be very just chill and just relaxed and easy, smooth sailing kind of vibes. I'll try to link anything that I might be wearing. Yeah, but I love this like pinstripe blue dress shirt. Okay, let's get to the DIY and start answering some questions. Okay guys, so I'm ready to do this little DIY. I have this like 13-gallon jar that I found at Walmart. It was not too expensive. As I stated, I have this bronzy, brassy statue of Atlas here that I'm literally gonna put into the jar. And then I also have some supplies from Hobby Lobby, Michael's, and a few other craft stores over the years. I did go recently to, Hobby Lobby to get some stuff for this particular project, but I did have a few things from past videos and such, or past projects. So let's get to the first question. I won't be able to put them all up on the screen. That is an editing nightmare. Okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. One of the first questions I got was if I've ever read Dostoevsky, and that is a no. I know I want to read a couple of his books, possibly maybe this year. It's been a toss-up between Leo Tolstoy and Dostoevsky as far as like huge Russian literature books, but I'm looking forward to reading from that particular author. Somebody also asked me if I like cookbooks. You wouldn't... It's crazy. I'm like literally looking at my shelf right now, and I love cookbooks. I don't think I have a favorite. Honestly, if one recipe works, then more than likely the majority of the cookbook is gonna be like phenomenal. I like it from like a bunch of people from the Food Network and William Sonoma, that kind of vibe, Ina Garten. Italian cookbooks, I like books that for desserts and that allows you to like mix drinks, so cocktail books and things like that. Guys, I got this here, like little butterfly thingy-mabobs. I don't know. I'm hoping to kind of give it a vibe of a little bit like a phrenology, vintagey time machine kind of feeling. So that's the vibe that we're going for. They asked if I like cookbooks. I think that is so funny. I can definitely recommend some because they also said if I could recommend some for the fall season, and that was a while ago. This is some faux moss from another project that I used, and I'm just gonna put it at the bottom here. Let's take this out. Garbage. So, the trickiest part, and it's so funny guys, I bought an Atlas before, but it actually didn't fit. He's so large, and you'll see him actually on a shelf in my bedroom. So beautifully placed and just perfectly like the color palette of the room and the whole coastal aesthetic that I'm going for the summer and beyond. Of course, it just works really well, and I had to buy like a second atlas, so now I have 2 atlas statues. Maybe I should have said this from this jump, but atlas in a jar. As I said, what do you guys think that means? What do you think that I think it means, or what do you think it means? So dumb. Yeah, the way that I had come up with it, I was listening to a song from this group. They're called The Bravery. Nobody knows them. They're super indie probably, and they had a lyric that I maybe misheard, but I thought they said pennies in a jar, and then I just thought of Atlas, the Greek god, the Greek Titan in a jar, and that's just how that terminology or that phraseology came about. And it's really about being extremely overwhelmed, and it's like a very dark kind of I hate to say it, but it's kind of like a dark thing. I mean, if you've ever seen Atlas, right? Atlas, if you're not familiar with this Greek Titan, he has been, I don't want to say persecuted, but he's relegated to carrying the skies or the heavens, and then they kind of like symbolize it with earth. So really cool. By Zeus. Zeus and him were fighting. He lost, and his punishment was, because he was fighting, you know, these bigger gods, was to carry the heavens on his back, or whatever, carry the skies for all of eternity. And I think that he probably has one of the most striking like Greek looks as far as Greek mythology. I just think it's so iconic. It's like, okay, if you see literally this guy kneeling, or like, you know, like almost as if he's about to go build the pyramids or something, you'll quickly recognize that as Atlas. And I just love the way that he looks. So that's another reason. I don't know, I just don't know. Atlas, I love it. But yeah, you can imagine that basically it's just somebody, what I was conveying when I came up with that name was just being stressed and overwhelmed, and then on top of that being put in a jar. It's as if you're, not as if, it is 100% kicking it up a notch by, like, you know, taking it to a whole nother level by placing this creature, this person, in a vacuum sealed container, a jar. So it's like making it 10 times worse, airtight, lack of oxygen. On top of that, you're, you know, holding this crazy weight and whatnot. So yeah, it's just, that's just how I feel a lot of the times. It's crazy, and I'm sure a lot of people feel that as well. But as I said, maybe the channel name might change, but I thought that this was really cute as far as like a look. Somebody was like, you know, oh, it's really clever. And I was like, why would it be clever? What do you think it is? It was so weird. So yeah, just think immense burden, confinement, being trapped, that kind of feel. I know that's like taking such a dark, but it's not really. I'm such a jovial and like relatively light person that I can make fun of such a thing, but it's a form of like true incapacitation. It's really tough. So, and I'll probably end up writing a little bit more about Atlas in a jar, and just like to divulge even a little bit more in the description box if you guys care to do a little more reading on my take on it. And of course, Atlas is carrying the world, so you know, this is a booktube channel, but it can be a lifestyle channel. As I said, I talk about a bunch of different things on here, so the content is quite wide and quite large. It's immeasurable, so it could be anything that you want it to be, really. So it's like the world in a confined space. And I think I've over-explained my channel name now. Okay, somebody else asked if I prefer tea, coffee, or water. I'm gonna go with water. Okay, and this other person here, LJ, they said that they read a lot of nonfiction lately and have been finding a lot of them quite intriguing, especially ones about women's rights. Do you read anything like that? Okay, do I read anything like that? I don't think I do. I don't believe so. I can't think of any particular stories that come to mind that are like, oh, women's rights focused. The only one that I could say possibly maybe is the story that I've been having a difficulty finishing, because I think I'm gonna love it so much that I don't want to read it. Does that make sense to you guys? It's like slow and steady to ingest this book. It's like, oh, I want to take my time with it, and it's like I feel like it might go towards that route, but it would be Wilder Girls. I love that cover. It has such a gorgeous cover. It's supposed to be a feminist, girly Lord of the Flies version, so I can imagine that that could be it. And then I guess if we want to put her in that category, which I don't think we probably should, but maybe, you know, people still do, I'm reading for the first time Jane Austen, you guys. I cannot, like, I don't want to read it because it's so good. I'm reading Pride and Prejudice, and those characters in that story are just so fun. Elizabeth is iconic. I was like, wow, she has a mouth on her and she doesn't care. She does not care at all. I love, love, love her so much. So yeah, I guess that could be considered feminist work a little bit. But I really don't, you know, care too much about that kind of stuff. So it's not really my forte. I read what I like, you know, I read what intrigues me and what is suggested to me. If I find it piques my interest, then that's cool. So I'm adding these Scotch fasteners. They're indoor fasteners. I'm not sure. I got them at good old Walmart. And sorry if it didn't come up into focus. 4 sets of dots hold up to 1 pound. Permanent adhesive on back for indoor use. Yikes. Ah, permanent. I wasn't trying to make this permanent. Drats. All right. Oh, I hate this. Maybe. Okay, guys, both of these like little things here, I got them both from Scotch. They're permanent adhesives, and I really don't want that. If one day I feel like, oh, I gotta use this jar for some rice or something, I don't know, or whatever. If I want to rearrange this diorama, so to speak, in here, I want to be able to move the statue a bit, you know? I'm going to try to figure out a way to work with it. I'm gonna go see if I can hunt down the glue dots that were provided to me by my sister. I just feel like if it comes to be Christmas time or, you know, pumpkin season, I want to be able to decorate it according to that season. So I don't think an adhesive that is permanent will work for me. Somebody's also asked if I've read The Maid and the Crocodile from the universe of Ray Bear. No, I have not. They did say that it was like a really good book, so I'll put it on the list. Somebody also said, is Florida full of nice people like you? I need to visit. I'm like, yes, there are plenty of kind people in Florida and everywhere else. But that's such a compliment. Thank you for that. So yeah, I found these glue dots. I don't know. You know, the bottom of this jar, it's like concave. I think that's the right word for it. Know what I mean? It has like a little bit of a rounding to it. I don't know. We will try, see how it goes. My plan is to just rest Atlas in there and put moss at the bottom to kind of hide the wobbliness of it all. The bottom's a little like felty. Or maybe I should have cut up a cardboard and then put those fasteners on, but then it's kind of permanent, so who knows, really? And honestly, this like piece will, my little art moment here will stay on a shelf, so it's not like I'm gonna be transporting this heavy thing all around the world or something. All around the world, we can make time. Born in the north and the California. Good God, girl, I wish I knew ya. Okay, let's see. I put some glue dots under Atlas. Let's see if this works. Oh, yeah. You know, I hate when people go, I'm scared. Like, can you stop overusing things like this? There's some styrofoam on Atlas. I'm scared. Like, stop. Please. You're not scared, okay? I'm so mean. And it's kind of there-ish, but it's still a little wobbly. I think I'm just gonna have to put them in there for now. Wobbly and all, or else this video will never get done. Get done. Stabilize him on a bed of moss. You guys see what's happening, right? Hey. Okay. You saw that. I know you did. Let's just leave Atlas here, just like that. Maybe I don't need the glue dots. Maybe if I can level it out, Atlas could just chill on top of the moss. That sure does look pretty. It's not too bad. I'm gonna put a little bit more. I also had an idea for this. I also had this idea for this decorative sign here. I don't know what you call this. This is signifying directions somewhat. Northwest, east, and south. I'm doing this so like haphazardly, you know what I mean? So somebody's also asked me if I've read The Good Sister by Sally Hepworth. I've never read that. Ooh, I love questions like these. Somebody asked me, what movie gets a genuine laugh out of me? I can name so many. So many. Let me start with maybe Father of the Bride, Sleepless in Seattle, Miss Congeniality, White Chicks, 21 Jump Street. There's so many. A genuine laugh. Recently, we watched Rush Hour. We had like a Rush Hour day, turned on the lights to red, the Twinkle lights. We set them to red, and we had some delicious Chinese food provided by my oldest sister. Oh, so good. Dumplings and sesame chicken, General Tso's, and orange chicken, and egg rolls and the works, you know what I mean? Oh, so Rush Hour is quite hilarious. Oh my goodness, I can't think of anything else right now. I'm blanking, but I am a huge movie person. Oh, The Proposal. Almost any rom-com is gonna get a genuine laugh out of me. Like, seriously. I love Cheaper by the Dozen. It's a really good one. We're just gonna make it work, okay? He's not secure at all, but we're adding the thing. I should have just put Play-Doh at the bottom of this thing. Oh, also, almost anything with Jim Carrey is pretty hilarious as well. Anything in the 90s is gonna get a good laugh out of me, like Matilda, for example. So I have so many. I could go on for a very, very long time. I hope that answers your question. Oh, somebody asked me what state do I live in and where am I from originally? What makes you think that I'm from somewhere else originally? I'm sure you've mentioned it. It's okay. Anyway, Florida. I am currently living in Florida. How can I say this? Yeah. Anyway, I'm Haitian. I was born on the island of Haiti. My atlas will not stop. He's alive. He's burdened. Stop. Anyway, yeah, so I'm Haitian. I was born in Haiti, emigrated to New York City, lived there for a little while, and then a little bit of back and forth between Florida and New York, but right now I do live in Florida, so. Ooh, they also asked this person, the one about the TV show that gets me a good laugh. I'll give you just maybe 3, 4, just 4. Avatar: The Last Airbender, love it for a good laugh. Burn Notice, love. Psych is a hilarious TV show, I watch it constantly. And Monk, I love those shows. Those give me great laughs. And there are definitely more. And somebody asked me, because this is kind of like a recurring thing, where do I get my jumpers? Typically Amazon. Amazon is the place for that. Somebody asked me if I can do a video on how I manage to track everything. If I read multiple books at the same time, do I have a goal of like 50 pages per sitting? Also, where do I read? Do I have a nook or corner? Or do I have a reading ritual? Yeah, they said that it's really frustrating. They want to read, but they never do. And they thanked me for the video. So I can totally do a video if you guys want it, of how I manage to track everything. The best apps are Goodreads and especially Fable, because it's so modern and clean cut and just so beautifully designed, and it makes it just so approachable. You want to open that app constantly. It's a gorgeous app, and that's where we have our every other month, bi-monthly, I don't know, book clubs. So that's how I manage to track things. But I honestly would have loved to do a reading journal one of these days. And yes, sometimes I do read multiple books at a time, but there are moments, whether it is a slump or something's going on in my life, where I just can only concentrate on one book. But I've done it before, where I've read multiple books at a time, and it's super easy to do so, especially if you're not like listening to an audiobook and you're actually physically reading a book, then it's very easy to be engaged with the text, so that way you're not like confused and whatnot. Because I can understand that, you know, passively listening is not entirely engaging crazily with the book, you know what I mean? So and then as far as a goal for like 50 pages per sitting, sometimes I do that, like, oh, if I'm gonna sit here or put on my headphones or whatever it might be, maybe I have one of those ambiance things in the background, I try to do like 20 to 30 pages. I can read about like 40 to 45 pages an hour, depending on what kind of, you know, story it is and what kind of font. If it's large font as well, that's another situation too. Also, where do I read? I read in bed often, which is not the best place, to be honest, because it really it knocks me out. It makes me very sleepy. Sometimes I literally just read at my desk at work. It's weird. Oh, I read on the couch here in the living room, and sometimes even on this little couch as well that's in my bedroom. Yeah, do I have a nook or corner, or do I have a reading ritual? No particular reading ritual. I just gotta be comfortable and, you know, no excessive noises, AC at the perfect temperature. Nothing too crazy. So no ritual as far as like I have to have a candle on and then my rain sound machine and this and that or whatever. Somebody else also asked, are you on Goodreads? Yes, I am, but I'm not like crazily active. I just kind of use that particular app just to track my reading goal for the year. Somebody said that they love Jim from The Office. The older they get, Dwight and Stanley relate to them, but they hate Phyllis, not the actress, because of Bob Vance. This person also said she loves Pam and hated Angela. I love Creed and Kelly and Meredith in their own way. Of course, Michael Scott is legendary. I still think Dwight is my favorite. She said, what's my favorite episode of The Office? I think it's really hard to give a favorite episode. I think one of my favorite scenes was when they did the fake fire alarm.
Ah, my hand, that's hot!
This one's hot too!
Okay. Oh, have you ever seen a burn victim? Exit options! Where do we go, folks? Use a what to cover the mouth? Let's remember remember your exit points! Exit points, people! What's next?
Oscar!
Huh?
Stay alive, I'm getting help! Pull me up! You're too heavy! I only weigh 82 pounds! Save Bandit!
The fire's shooting at us!
Look at the David Bryan's going on!
Yeah, and then of course Pam and Jim's wedding with the dancing and the Chris Brown song, was it Forever or whatever, at Niagara. Those are beautiful scenes. So
Bears eat beets. Oh, Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
Bears do not... What is going on? What are you doing?
somebody asked, have I read A Separate Piece by John Knowles? No, I have not, but I literally was just interacting, aka I just touched the book recently to give it to someone else. They wanted to read it, but they didn't get a chance to read it. But yeah, that's on my list. I've had a Separate Piece for a few years, and I know that it's supposed to be a great story, so I love that. Somebody asked, what is DNF? That typically means did not finish. If you DNF a book, yes, it's a verb now. That's the verbiage in BookTube world. It means you didn't finish that book. So he also asked me if I've ever seen Leap Year with Amy Adams. The answer is yes. I think I've used footage from Leap Year in about 3 or 4 different videos, and I could probably remember, I could put all 3 of them here. I think it's 3 videos, all of them St. Patty's-esque and whatnot. So oh, I can hear my sister. Come on in.
Hey, Debbie.
Hey.
Or should I say,
Atlas.
I'm almost done actually, so. And then it was Catherine. Catherine said, have you ever seen a live gator there roaming around? Hell no. Heck no. I have not. But I know that's a common occurrence on like golf courses or near lakes and rivers and whatnot. So you gotta be really careful. If you see water, especially in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, those kind of places, the South, Carolinas too, don't be a fool. Even in a community, okay, there could be a gator in there. Don't be, be very cautious. Gators are everywhere. But no, I have never seen actually a gator just roaming around, but I have seen plenty of crocodiles and gators, like, at like state parks like the Everglades and the zoo or whatever or whatnot. So okay. Oh, somebody else, it was Ida. She asked, how many sisters do you have and what number are you in the sibling order? I have 2 sisters and I'm the 3rd. I am the 3rd in the sibling order. We're constantly referring ourselves to, we're constantly referring ourselves to the Charmed Ones because we grew up on that TV show in the 90s.
Crow! Piper! What's going on? I don't know. Why does the book do that? How does the book do that?
My oldest is Prue, the middle. Wow, the disrespect. My second older sister, I think that's how you would say it, the one in the middle, Piper, and then I would be Phoebe. And actually the Piper one is looking at me right now. Yes. Yeah. It's just listening. Okay, I love it. No problem.
I'm really interested in seeing this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what did the people ask?
Oh, they asked a bunch of different questions. They did. Oh, somebody asked me if I'm an artist. I'm gonna just say yeah. We're all artists, aren't we? Anyway, yeah, if I'm an artist, I mean, I feel like in a sense you can say, what qualifies you as an artist. Yes, I've made art before as far as drawing, and I've made floral bouquets. Does that make me an artist? Yeah, I create the thumbnails that you guys see, so I am an artist. I've even made rosaries and whatnot, and in a sense, like that could be an art. On my old Etsy shop, which has been decommissioned for now, the most popular rosary I used to sell on there was one that I made out of like a seashell kind of coastal-y vibe, very sweet and glittering and very H2O. I found this like treasure at the bottom of the ocean kind of thing. So yeah, I guess I consider myself an artist. But yeah, I definitely do draw, and my newest thing, as I told you guys, you know, the beginning of the year was insane, but my newest thing is trying to learn the harmonica and then maybe pick back up the piano. Not that I ever really picked it up, but you know, I dabbled in it as a kid. So yeah, I guess I am an artist. Do I have children? If not too indiscreet. I'm a pretty sherry kind of person. I'm a sherry kind of person. Open. No, I don't have any kids, unfortunately, but I definitely would love to have a gaggle of children. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Are you a writer, or would you like to write a book? This person had some great questions. And this all came from, I'm not sure, Au Conteuse. L'Eau Conteuse. Anywhoosies, are you a writer, or would you like to write a book? I've always wanted to write a children's book, or just a regular book, but mainly children's, like literature or like a children's book, if you know what I mean, like illustrated version kind of thing. But no, I'm not really a writer, or not published anyway. What do you like the most in Florida, and what do you dislike the most in Florida? That's funny. What do I like the most? I love the taxes. I'm sorry, but if we're gonna be like a little bit not YouTube-y, I love like the cost of living here is just a little, well, it's gotten a little crazy because everybody's like flocked to Florida recently from a bunch of other states. So it's gotten very condensed in my area. So I won't say the cost of living is great here, but I guess that's the thing is, like, you know, income taxes. You don't have any state income taxes here. I do like that. And I do love that I'm surrounded by the ocean. That's another thing that I absolutely love. That's about it, really, of course. And then what I like about it, the heat is just insane sometimes. It's just a little bit too much. It's a little bit too much. I don't like the hard water coming out of the faucet sometimes. But yeah, I really do like Florida, and I think it's a beautiful place. The beaches are really close by. The weather is quite consistent and stable. That's another thing that I really love about Florida is the weather. The rainy season, the hurricane season, whenever it does not destroy property or lives. I love hurricane season. I love the crazy summer showers that come. It just makes me feel like I'm in a Nicholas Sparks movie. It's just the South. So just imagine all of that. That's kind of like in Florida too. But yeah, it has its ups and its downs, but I really like it here. One of my OG people who has been commenting for years, Toodleske, she may not even see this video because she really concentrates on the Harry Potter videos. She asked, are you going to do the other Harry Potter books as far as like videos? And the answer is yes. I'm starting in August. I will continue with Chamber of Secrets. That is something that I was doing in the past. If you guys are not too familiar, the newer wave of people who have come along with me, I did do kind of like an audiobook version, sit down reading of Harry Potter, and then I would cook a meal and then go out on an adventure most of the time if I felt up to it and had the energy. But yes, I will be continuing the Harry Potter videos. They are so much fun, and one of my favorite kind of videos to do because it's just reading. You know, I don't have to really analyze anything. I'm just kind of reacting with it, and it is so fun because it is my first time reading Harry Potter. I have yet to read the second book fully, and all the others as well, books 3 to 7. So Miss Darcy Marie here asks, what are your favorite hobbies to do, and what are your favorite foods to eat? Also, what are your dreams, passions, and goals in life? Oh, I can't believe you asked me this. Favorite hobbies? I mean, I guess reading has become a fun hobby, obviously, of course. I love watching movies, hanging out with the fam. I really feel like if I had more time, I love kicking around a soccer ball. I just love doing that so much. It's so fun. I love the sound of it. I love like racing after the soccer ball. So that's one of the things that I really do enjoy. And whenever I do get a chance, just like crafting, things of that sort, you know, decorating is another fun kind of hobby, drawing, kind of like planning things out. So those are all contextualized. I think that might be the word. Anyway, they are all realized, not contextualized. They're all kind of realized here on the channel. So you guys see a lot of the things that I enjoy. And and again, I'm trying to shift the channel a little bit more to, you know, more lifestyle content. Favorite foods to eat? I love just about everything. I love Italian. I love French. I love Haitian food. That's the goat because that's who I am and what I do. I grew up on Haitian food, so it's so good. It's so good. So Italian, Asian food, Chinese food. I love French cooking. I love Italian. As I said it you say several times because you got your pastas and your lasagnas and your strombolis and your pizzas and your okay, we're gonna stop. I love all kinds of foods, you know? Dreams. Well, what kind of dreams? I hope one day that the channel does grow large enough for it to be something that is full-time. That is a big dream. Big dreams are also kids. I'd love kids in the future. Ugh. Like, I'm so immature. Do you really, you know, like, do you really want kids? If you can't even say that, but yes, I surely do. Just get very shy about that. Passions and goals, and like, I'm really passionate about like this kind of stuff that I do, the content and talking to you guys about that kind of stuff. So educating myself, very passionate about reading and just trying to consume as much knowledge as possible and just that kind of thing. I love this question from somebody else named Debbie W7496. What genres of books do you never seldom read? Fantasy might be it, but it's rare. Fantasy would be really it. I seldom read fantasy. Whenever I do, I like really love it. Really love it. And then maybe horror and thriller. That's another genre that I don't really interact with all that much, even though I would like to dip my toes into that kind of like, you know, that world, mysteries, things like that. So those are the ones I don't typically read. Was there a movie, book, series, song that changed you in a profound way? I don't know. The only books that I would say that have like a true effect on me, probably maybe Flowers for Algernon, a book about like trying to show compassion to people. Lord of the Flies, great eye-opening book about human nature. And like The Diary of Anne Frank, really enjoyable. One Night by Ellie Wiesel. I'm just thinking of the things I read in my childhood. Matilda, because she was such a reader. That was another fun book by Roald Dahl. Beautiful book. And then one that is really heartbreaking that I have not read since high school probably is They Cage the Animals at Night. Yeah, that's a tough one. So those are some books that I think have really impacted me. As far as movie, I don't know. It's like I come away with a lot of things with movies. I love this movie, Hope Floats. I think that that's a beautiful one. Can't say it changed me, but like I could go on and on about movies for so long. So I don't know. I don't think any of them have really changed me in a profound way. Or series, anything that has to do with Superman, like, you know, the justice character, the morally good character, you know, the one who doesn't have any gray area. That is definitely one that I would say has affected me. And a song. Once again, nothing that I could think of. I'm just like, the first thing that I thought of as far as music wise is the Cranberries. I love the Cranberries band, Animal Instinct, Linger, but I can't say they've changed me in profound ways, you know? So I can't really say that. Somebody asked, which books are the prettiest to me? The ones that I own literally and literary. Okay, let's go take a look. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to remember everything, but I loved the cover of this one. Oh, and this one too. You're talking about just looks, the aesthetics. I really like the cover of this book here. Been moving around a lot of stuff. And nothing really over there. I think one of the prettier covers that I have, you already know about my little coastal shelf here. I wasn't supposed to open it like that. Oh, I love the cover of this one. It's really pretty as Moby Dick. I'll put it on the screen so you guys can see. And there she goes. Yeah. I mean, this is why the shelf is the way it is. Yeah, these are probably like some of my favorite covers. This one here is Alice in Wonderland. It's a Nina Lima edition. I love the cover of this one here. Very pretty. I love this Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. And of course, I love Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, this version here, this cover. That's really pretty too. Let's go into the room, see if there's anything else that is gorgeous. Alrighty. And then of course I can't, like, whenever it's fall time, I always display this like this. I just think they're so gorgeous. So Bram Stoker's Dracula. I love this punchy comic look, and then this is just wow. I had to. And they were so inexpensive too. I got them on sale one special day. I've been enjoying these as well because mainly of the edges. The edges are so cool. I'll fix that later. I'll fix that later. I love the 1984 cover as well. So many covers. The cloth bound editions of different books, you know. There's a book in here called The Heart. I know I just can't displace all my books for you guys, but that one is also, it has a beautiful artsy cover. It's kind of like a medical book about the heart. I like that one too. My Name is Red by Orhan Pamuk. Looking through this gorgeous Victor Hugo copy of Notre Dame de Paris, Notre Dame of Paris. The Hunchback of Notre Dame. That's it. That's what it's called. I won't even go in here. And then lastly, I must show you. Oh, wow. You might end up seeing this, yeah. Okay, yeah. There's a new sheriff in town. So bad. I have these, this new bookcase here, thanks to my sister hooking it up. Ooh, it's gorgeous. It is so gorgeous. Anyway, yeah, but you see, wow, I don't know what's going on back there, but ignore that. Yeah, the, Jane Austen books, gorgeous covers. Oh, this is one of my favorites. This is why I'm like displaying it like this. And then my Cape Cod book by Henry David Thoreau has to be because of the price alone. I love the sprayed edges of the Emily Henry book. So beautiful. Look at that. Just so dreamy and hazy and just so stunning. I love this copy of Alexandre Dumas. Makes me feel like I have a true library if you have a book that kind of looks like that, you know? Yeah, that's about it. These are my current reads. Oh, it smells like wood in here. So lovely. But yeah, guys, okay. You guys get to see the first sneak peeks of it. Yeah, that be it. That be them. My gorgeous new bookcase. I'm supposed to style it a little bit coastal-like. You guys already know the dealio. Close that up a little. But yeah. You guys are pretty cool, huh? You guys got advance notice. It's like an ARC, advanced reader copy. Alrighty, so let's go back to the kitchen. Hope you guys enjoyed that little tour. That was kind of fun. My shirt was a little loud though, and I don't know exactly how the sound came across, but yeah, I have a lot of different beautiful books that I have in my possession. And I even have like a new Harry Potter, like a whole new set that I got from a friend that I'm actually seeing very soon. So yeah, lots and lots of different books. Yeah, so I'm thinking of just how much I love Pride and Prejudice right now. It's just such a beautiful story. I can't get enough of it. I watched the movie recently and I'm just like, why didn't anybody tell me about this? So that is a gorgeous literary piece of work, as well as one of my faves, Flowers for Algernon. That's one of my favorites. So I love that so much. Oh, you know, I'm not even thinking of all the digital books that I've had, the ebooks. Oh man, we can go deep there. We can go deep there as well. If you guys want to gush about if you guys want to gush about books for a second, let me just take a look. Let me take a quick look at some really beautiful covers. Anything that like stands out to me. I love the calmness of this one particular book cover. Just, it speaks to me. I Who Have Never Known Man. I like the cover of Calamity by Constance Fay. Watermoon has a beautiful cover as well. Where the Dark Stands Still by A.V. Poranek. I thought that was a stunning cover. So is The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. Another favorite is Wilder Girls by Rory Power. I love the shred look with the face. Is giving the Invisible Man vibes. So stunning. Yeah, not a lot stick out, but when they do, it's like, wow, that's really pretty. Oh, I gushed over this cover. The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Ali Carter. Those are some that pop up to me and that are just so beautiful. Oh, another gorgeous literary, like beautiful piece is The Rose Code. Oh my gosh, by Kate Quinn. I love that story. Guys, it's so good. Like, it's very satisfactory. The green cover of Steppenwolf by Herman Hesse is really pretty too. Oh, The Ministry of Time. They had a great cover, but I didn't really like that book. Yeah. Oh, I like that Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. That cover was really cool too. Like, I can't help it. I feel like I have to go all the way down to the bottom of my list, but you guys get the gist. I feel like if I was to have like all of my covers out, then you could find like a common denominator about what I like and what is so visually pleasing about them. Tales of Horror by H.P. Lovecraft. It's very like disturbing to have the mouth there at the very tippy top. It's like the upside down head. Very weird, very odd. I like liked the new cover of The Shining that they did from Stephen King. That's really cool too. Oh, okay, anonymous JK Lover wrote, I know you usually talk about books you finished or loved, but is there a book that you just couldn't finish and why? It just hit me. There's this book I was reading a couple years ago. It was a Christmas book. I just passed it on my timeline through Libby. Oh my gosh, guys, it was so bad. Why did I not finish it? Like, I think I got 1 minute and 34 seconds or 2 minutes and 34 seconds into the audiobook and the ebook, and I just was like, I returned it immediately. I just thought it was so inappropriate and weird and just like, really, is this what a Christmas book is gonna look like? Is this what a holiday book is? Is this what a Christmas book is? I was so hated it. I don't know the name. I just passed it, by the way. But yeah, it was so bad. It was so bad. Basically, this girl had some type of business or something, and they started talking about these modern things like TikTok, which is fine, can be okay, whatever. It's not my favorite kind of thing. I do avoid that in stories. I don't love that. But I think she was selling sex items, sex toys or something, and then it's not even that. It's because her dad was helping her and she was talking about it with her dad. I was like, about her shop, and he was asking, how's business going? I was like, hell no. F this, like, I'm out of here. So, ew, like, can we just not? Can we not? Let me see. I want to give you guys the name of the book. They don't think I'm making up things. But I was like, oh girl, like, this just, I was like, that's not for me. Other people might enjoy that, but sorry, not sorry. And maybe it could have turned out as a really sweet book as well, but I didn't care to find out. I did not care to find out whatsoever. Oh, another really cool cover, If He Had Been With Me. I love that, like, the smashing lollipop. Look, it's really striking, the navy blue with the red. So pretty. Oh, drats. Where is that crazy book? It was so bad, guys. I think it was called A Holly Jolly Ever After by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. I think that's what it was. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Garbage. It was not good. Did not enjoy it in the least. That's about it as far as the questions. I'll try to make more fanciful updates with my jar here, like adding some twinkle lights and maybe the butterflies a different time, but I'm not well equipped or capable of doing that right now. So that's just what it is. Atlas is officially in a jar, and I think he looks pretty great. If I move him, he'll probably get knocked off balance very slowly. Very good. Anyway, happy to have done this little DIY. It's like, you just put a statue in a glass container. You a douche. You know? Anyway, don't judge me. You don't, mind your business kind of thing. Thank you for everyone who submitted a question. Really appreciate that. Hoping for more in the future. We'll do another Q&A in like a couple of years or something, or whenever I hit a new milestone or whatnot. But yes, thank you so much for hanging out with me today and watching the video. If you do have any other questions, I can totally answer them in the comment section below. Happy to do so. Don't forget to like the video if you do, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can see upcoming content. Very excited for summer reads, summer beach days, summer foods, summer movies, summer activities, and all the fun that summer has to bring. And you guys will see me very, very soon. Bye.